Iowa on the road here tonight. Have the opening tip, and it's in the hands of Toussaint.
Talk about someone with a lot of energy. Joey Toussaint certainly has that. It sparked them defensively. Much maligned Iowa defense. They've certainly come a long way this season.
Now, both these teams got off to bad starts in their last games. Iowa trailed Purdue by double figures pretty early. Penn State got blown out at Indiana middle of last week. Trying to come out very differently, already taking Iowa deep in the shot clock. 3 in the hands of Bohannon, throws it up there, and has a trip to the free throw line.
So right off the bat, late shot possession by Iowa. Penn State wants to force this to be a half-court game. That is their specialty. Michael Shrewsbury's saying, essentially, we have to start defensively. That becomes our identity to who we are.
Best free throw shooter in the history of Iowa for his head coach, Fran McCaffery. Couple of wins that have become quad 1 wins with the new ranking, including the Indiana win, the neutral against Utah State. Demons trying to get some consistency, and all he said to us today is, hey, look, you're in the Big Ten. You're always going to have opportunities, but are we playing well? That's the goal as we transition into February.
Yeah, one thing Steve Peichel told me, the Rutgers head coach, if you don't think that you're going to have a 2-game losing streak in the Big Ten, you're in the wrong league, and you have to accept that that's going to happen at some point.
There is Miles Dredd, hit 3 triples in that loss to Indiana. Seth Lundy for trying to get going. Last touch by Murray. For a Micah Shrewsbury coach team that they focused this week solely on them. He was not disappointed that they lost to Indiana. The disappointment was that they didn't come out with any energy against Indiana.
Well, Indiana was trying to avenge what happened on this floor when they didn't come out with any energy and lost. And they were coming off that Michigan loss.
Lundy flew in for the rebound. They got that spark early. The foul is on Joe Toussaint.
Well, rebounding certainly was the topic of conversation at shoot-around by both coaches. It was a tale of two halves the last time they met in Iowa City.
Yeah, the final score was 68-51.
Deceptive.
Yeah, 17-point win, but that was a Penn State lead with 2 minutes to go in the first half. And the Nittany Lions were plus 12 in rebounding in the first half. Great look in the corner for Dalian Johnson, and already Lundy, Harrar. You always expect John Harrar to crash the glass.
Yeah, they're going to swarm the glass, and they're going to swarm whoever has the ball right here. Look how they're extending their defense.
Oh, Annan.
Look, even if he misses and he misses poorly, Graham McCaffrey's not going to shy away and say, you don't have the green light. If you've got a good shot, he says you can take it. He's been here too long.
Beckett, the only player in the Big Ten averaging 16 points and 4 assists a game. They get the touchdown to Harrar, working on Robracha. Fred. Great ball movement. Who's going to get the shot? High off the glass, and it is Dalian Johnson with Penn State's first points.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy they want on the offensive end from Johnson, being aggressive.
And they get a quick stop on the other end. Keegan Murray's first attempt. Nation's 4th leading scorer. Harrar left alone. Penn State transition.
Well, look, Penn State will run if they can run. And that's a great example. All right, we're going to get a little mixing up defenses here. Forcing Iowa, make some perimeter shots.
You clapped your hands together. You got very excited for mixed up defenses.
I did.
Down to Keegan Murray, low in the blocks. And he got off to a bad start as well against Purdue. He had 2 early fouls in that game, went to the bench before coming back in.
Look at that battle inside.
And Robracha put both hands on, and the whistle and the foul.
And that's a foul when you get both hands on the back.
It takes a lot to move John Harrar off the block.
Well, I know if I lost mine, I wouldn't be able to see.
You know, one of the most impressive
Let alone
things
play
about John Harrar,
yes,
as Keegan Murray.
The report is in. It wasn't contact.
Wasn't contact.
Issue. Good eyes by you.
Thank you. He drinks a large iced coffee as he walks into the arena. And he was telling us when we were here about 3 weeks ago.
That's old school.
Well, A, you don't see a lot of players doing that. B, he's like, is that your norm? Is that your routine? He's like, oh yeah, $8.99. All the coffee you can drink from Panera. He's like, you know, being a college student. It's worked for him this year, though. Greg Lee had 6 points in the first half tonight off the bench. He also had 3 fouls.
Good defense by Rabacha. He's held his own this evening.
Patrick McCaffrey had 5 in the opening half. Bohannon, tough pass to handle. Rabacha did a nice job to gain control of the basketball and make something out of that possession.
Yeah, coaches always say first rule of an entry pass, never throw it to a big down at their feet. Yet Rabacha was able to corral that, get it up, and finish. Remember, this is their first home game since January 11th, right?
Beat Rutgers here by 17.
You know, one thing the Penn State staff was telling me, they long for a weekend night home game. They just haven't had many of them. A lot of fans come from all over the state. It's hard when it's a weeknight, especially a Monday night.
Yep.
Not too balmy outside.
No, it was 8 degrees when we arrived at State College the other day. The foul was called on Miles Dredd. Now, they're going to get some big-time opportunities here coming up, but they're not the weeknight games. They're not the weekend nights that you were talking about. Chris Murray left alone, drills the triple, and Iowa's back in front.
Chris Murray stepping up when brother Keegan is on the bench.
Some more time for Caleb Dorsey. Got some minutes in the first half, had not played since December 8th. The sophomore's back in here in the second half with Harrar on the bench. Lundy wanted the lob, didn't get it. Sessoms into the corner, why not? Dorsey.
Wide open.
And one. Opportunity for 3 for Lee at the line.
Really, like, you know, Greg Lee fan club, I'm telling you, there are going to be a lot of members of that. He stays with the play, initially known as a rebounder, getting his work done inside. He's going to be a major contributor in the Big Ten.
He's got 9. He is 4 or 5 from the floor. You talked about it earlier. Missed a good chunk the early part of the season. Was in a walking boot before the year. Made his debut when they played Michigan State. He has the ball. He drives into the lane. Pickett. Great fake. Penn State struggling tonight from 3. They are 3 of 19 from beyond the arc. Certainly one of the stories. Patrick McCaffrey knocks it down.
The McCaffrey brothers accounted for 6 of 9 on 3s so far this evening.
Well, and the McCaffreys have 20. The Murrays have 12. Pickett steps into a triple.
You know, I talked to Micah Shrewsbury about what he expected from Jalen Pickett coming from Siena. A lot of times these guys transfer, they're shot takers, shot makers. Can't do it in the Big Ten, but he wanted him to be Pickett, what he was at Siena.
Sessoms floats, no, Lee, yes again! Greg Lee into double figures with 11.
I'm telling you, that guy holding up the fan club sign, he's gonna have more members before the end of the night.
He's also gonna have tired arms. McCaffrey got another open look, and we're tied at 51.
McCaffrey getting it done. Remember early in the year, he had the block at Virginia to preserve that win for Iowa. A road win that's really having some legs for them.
2 road wins on the season, and now he's got the steal. Bohannon pulls up from the logo. Now, Penn State had 3 guys under the basket. Bad bounce. McCaffrey had it knocked away, and it will be Iowa basketball after the timeout.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
5 ties, 7 lead changes. Penn State's largest lead was 10 in the first half. Good body, Chris Murray. Good putback, Tony Perkins. And we have our 8th lead change of the ball game with Iowa back up by 2.
Well, there's that bench we talked about with Iowa. Fran McCaffrey can go 10, 11, 12, even told me 13 deep. Versatile players on this roster. The number with the same name.
Well, tonight the McCaffreys have outscored the Murrays. That doesn't happen. Sessoms deep in the shot clock. Tough shot falling to the ground. Sam Sessoms with his first bucket of the night.
Penn State's always had good size at that playmaking position. Good stocky guards. Physical when they go to the rim.
Keegan Murray's getting set to check back in with his 3 fouls at the next whistle. Perkins had an open look for 3, didn't want it. McCaffrey looked at the shot clock. No, he has 1 to shoot. Over the outstretched arms, and Harrar falling out of bounds, saved it.
Of course.
Sessoms dumped it down for Harrar. Rolled out. Connor McCaffrey with the save to Patrick. Just joining us, Connor McCaffrey, who had scored 22 points total all season, had 12 in the first half on 4 made triples. Really bailing out Iowa's offense that had some struggles in the early going in this ball game, particularly with Keegan Murray playing just 6 minutes with 2 fouls. Pickett is fouled on the pass. Tom McCaffrey
Kind of bailed out that possession.
Yep.
Possession was still starting to look a little helter-skelter.
4 points tonight for Keegan Murray, all at the free throw line.
You almost never see that from Keegan Murray.
Talking about a player who had 27 against Wisconsin on January 6th and 25 when they went to the barn in the win at Minnesota. Struggled against Purdue the other day, but not like this. Plenty of time to shoot. This time it's Chris Murray for 3. Langed it off the backboard.
You know, it's interesting. Keegan Murray was very deferential in that possession.
We talked about that this afternoon with Coach McCaffrey, too, about sometimes having to remind him to be aggressive. Not that he's not looking for his shots on a regular basis, but sometimes he'll defer to the guys who are the hot hands, and that clearly has been the case tonight. But now he wants it in the post, and has his first field goal with authority.
Yeah, that was a case where the help side did not turn. Keegan sensed it and flushed it. Let's see if that gets him going.
Timeout coming at the next whistle. Sessoms almost threw it into the backcourt. Pickett still has 9 to shoot. A lot of dribbling. Pickett heard the crowd and hits at the buzzer.
See, I don't like that, though. I think it makes him nervous.
You don't like the countdown, or you don't like the shot at the buzzer?
They can see the clock. I think he was rushed, but he made the shot. Look at that.
Sessoms is among 4 players, and they'll kick it out. Pickett.
Harrar making some man's rebound. Grown man.
He's approaching a double-double.
He's an adult.
He is. 23-year-old on the floor and the leader for this Penn State team. And a travel.
Great defense by Penn State.
Chris Murray had a a great second 20 minutes. John Harrar was a non-factor in that ball game. Totally different story tonight. Cornwell lost the basketball. Perkins right at Pickett. No whistle. The turnovers haven't been a factor tonight. Penn State just 7 turnovers. They had 17 in the loss in Iowa City. Aaron deep in the post, working on Rebraca. The double finally came, and it's a tie-up, and it'll go Iowa way.
Looks like he might have just got the contact issue again.
He's looking on the floor. Now, do we know what contact he lost last time?
No.
Well, and he's also rubbing both eyes, so.
Oh, he got poked right
in
there.
The eye.
Yep. The managers are out looking to see if one fell again. I can tell you from experience, they're not easy to find.
Also, would you really want to put it back in your eye after everyone's been stepping on it?
No.
Ulis, no. Harrar pulls down his 9th rebound.
That's why I wear disposable. Move on. Red with it. Screen there at the top.
Penn State's offense is starting to get stagnant a little bit more here on the stretch. Hands much more active on the Iowa defensive end. 5 on the shot clock for Pickett. Dredd has to hoist. Opportunity for Iowa to tie or retake the lead.
And this is where Keegan Murray, you're an All-American right here. Start going to work.
McCaffrey on the floater. Gets his own miss, and he's fouled. It's just the 5th foul on Penn State. It is on Miles Dredd, his 2nd.
Here's the entry pass to Murray. And I'm a little surprised, I'll be honest, that he deferred yet again. Because here's the deal. The McCaffreys got you to this point, but in the last 5 minutes, it's go time. You're the All-American. You're the Big Ten player, potentially of the year, although I think it's going to be Johnny Davis or Kofi. I'll go Johnny Davis.
But certainly in all first-team all-conference. He's a lock for first-team all-conference.
There you go.
Takes the 3. Having a rough night. That continues.
But you know what? Fran McCaffrey's going to tell him to keep going. Because all he needs to do is make one key one.
Harrar Wolves fouled. Rebraca says he got all ball, instead picks up the foul. And John Harrar will go to the free throw line for a pair.
Not a bad foul. He's 3 for 6 from the free throw line this evening. If you want must-see TV, make sure Shane Sparks is covering that.
Well,
he is one of a kind, one of the Big Ten's best, knows that sport better than anyone.
Right, and the must-see sold-out crowd that was there to see Penn State and Iowa 1 versus 2.
The rest of the country has no idea how big wrestling is in this league.
Well, and a huge match win for Penn State, 19-13. The entry pass and the foul. It's on Cornwall.
So he wanted to teach me a couple things, and he took me down.
Bohannon with the floater. Jordan Bohannon, 0 of 5. Lundy breaks out. No foul, and Lundy's down behind the play. Iowa's got the advantage on the possession. Connor McCaffrey.
Good board.
Lundy has worked his way back onto the defensive end. McCaffrey is holding his right arm. And so Larry Scarato has called an official timeout, and he's dangling it.
He's really hurt.
Yeah, absolutely.
These students got to keep quiet here. He's really hurt.
He's been dealing with back issues, ankle injury earlier in the year.
Oh, I hate to see this. Oh, so it was the play before.
And that was the play that did not draw a foul. Back on the offensive action, another foul called on Penn State. It's on Seth Lundy. That is his second, and that'll send us to our final media timeout.
Major winter storm heading that way.
Winter Storm Landon, I believe this one is called. Keegan Murray. Now with 7 tonight. Only once all season long has he been held to single digits. That was 9 against Iowa State. Connor McCaffrey, whose right shoulder was hurt right before the break, just holding it down by his side, going back to the locker room with Brad Floyd, the athletic trainer for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, we're trying to get information to you from the University of Iowa. As soon as they give it to us, obviously we will convey it to you.
Foul called on Murray is just the 5th on the Hawkeyes.
And by the way, we just confirmed from Iowa, it is his arm, not his shoulder. They're working on his arm, not his shoulder.
And so if we get anything more here in the final 3:49 or more, we'll bring that along to you as well. And that's got to be hard too, right? Fran McCaffrey has dealt with a lot, right? His children have both had major injuries, pick it off the heels. His son Patrick dealt with thyroid cancer in high school. But Connor McCaffrey, the moment, Fran was the first one on the floor.
Of course. But I'll tell you, even if he wasn't his son, I think he'd be the first one out there.
Down to 6 on the shot clock. Sessum's on the drive. Scoops it off the glass. He hasn't scored a lot tonight, just 2 buckets, but they've both come at huge times. And Iowa back down by 4. Murray over Lundy, got the block.
Great defense by Seth Lundy, taking the challenge of Keegan Murray, one of the best scorers in the country. And by the way, the name we have not mentioned who's on this floor right now, one of the best 3-point shooters in recent memory in college basketball, the best at Iowa, Jordan Bohannon. He's still got it in him, even though he struggled.
Well, he's 0 of 5 tonight. Had the first 2 points of the game with free throws from the field. 0 of 2 from 3. Lundy had 12 in the first half, and he stepped on an ankle. And he's still down back behind the play. Murray had it ripped away, and the possession arrow points Penn State direction. And now that'll get a chance for Penn State to come out and take a look at Seth Lundy.
Aggressive play by Jalen Pickett. Here's Keegan Murray. So this time he does not defer, tries to take it, but Seth Lundy wasn't biting. And here's the last play. Look at Pickett. Give me that basketball.
Well, we have talked a lot tonight about Keegan Murray and his struggles, 1 of 9. That does not give enough credit to Seth Lundy. Seth Lundy has shut down a lot of great players this season, and he's made a huge role in doing that tonight. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Penn State up by 4. Game they led by 10 in the opening half. Tough shot again, no. Offensive board. Oh, they reset the shot clock to 30. Andy, that didn't hit the rim. The clock should not have reset at all. And so they're gonna have to go over and take a look at that because the shot clock reset to 30. It was stuck on 30 for a couple of seconds.
Not danger zone yet.
Deep entry to Harrar, who has a double-double tonight. Fights it off the glass, no. The putback is around the rim. Greg Lee with a monster effort. He's got a Penn State career high.
Get ready, Big Ten. Greg Lee is coming to your neighborhood. He's a player in this league.
But the answer from Patrick McCaffrey. Pulled up short of Harrar in the lane and a huge bucket.
Boy, do they need that.
And another Penn State player is down. Pickett's back behind the play.
It was on the floor, but
Penn State's getting
injured.
Yeah, Penn State's getting a timeout here.
Well, that's exactly what they had to do. That's what was discussed at shoot around and our pregame talk. Control the backboard. Huge defensive possession. They're going to trap right here.
Penn State does have 1 timeout remaining, and Iowa does have a foul to give as well. At least they're not going to use it here. Sessum's turnaround jumper! My goodness, clutch shots. He has been awesome with those in the second half.
These guards from Penn State, so strong, great body control.
Inside of a minute, Bohannon's in trouble. Out to Murray for three. Just his second make shot of the night, including tonight, 3 of the next 4 on the road. The loss at Rutgers certainly was damaging. This is not one that can afford to lose. Penn State has played well. Into the front court. Get the trap on again, and Dredd controls for Cornwall.
Play this out, obviously. No fouls.
Trying to back down Perkins. Now has to go to work. 3 on the shot clock. Blocked by Murray. And a shot clock violation.
Both ends of the court. Look at that look from Keegan Murray. He knows it's his time. Got the 3. Now defensively staying with the play.
Well, they're going to go to the monitor here to make sure that the clock is correct, which gives Iowa an extra timeout. Now they have 2 remaining anyway.
You know, he's been gassed. You got the athleticism in there of Greg Lee, though. I like that. Let's go.
Get the ball in the hands of Murray. Just drill the 3. McCaffrey. Empty lane to the bucket. They didn't need a 3. They didn't take a 3. And now Fran McCaffrey takes his final timeout.
Sort of same age group and playing in the state of Iowa.
A top 25 matchup coming up when we are done. Remember, they fouled to give. All stops the clock. The clock moved before the ball was inbound.
We've had some clock issues tonight. Quick fingers there on the clock. Fran not happy. He has a right to be a little peeved. He's expressing it to the clock operator.
Penn State does have a timeout remaining if they can't get the ball inbounds. And remember, this is still coming off of a made basket. So Jalen Pickett can run the baseline. Was it into Dredd to Sessom? They do have to give the foul. Chris Murray does that. That will not send Dredd to the free throw line as almost 4 seconds came off the clock.
Well, I think they were originally going to go for the steal, which they attempted.
And Coach Shrewsbury will take his final timeout with 9.9 on the clock. Getting into Sessoms. He can try to run some time. Toussaint gives the foul, and Sam Sessoms will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Fran McCaffrey doing a little offense-defense. Patrick McCaffrey, Jordan Bohannon, and Samford coming in.
Samford, a great 3-point shooter, hit a couple of big shots in the first half. Big things expected for him, but right now, a 1-and-1 for Sessoms. There was a 72% free throw shooter on the season. Has not gone to the line tonight. Makes the first. And Andy, remember, no timeouts for either team. So if he makes this, are you fouling up 3?
I would say yes, but we'll see. I'm not coaching.
Missed it. No timeouts. Hawkeyes have to go. Bohannon into the front court. Spins. Has to get it up. Heave for the win. It's tapped in. It's tapped in. Keegan Murray at the buzzer to send this game to overtime.
Big time play by the big time player. Playing to the last tick of the clock.
Doesn't matter at this point.
He's in now.
And Iowa's got it first here in overtime. Will that bucket have a carryover effect? Murray was scoreless in the first half. All 13 of his points in the second. And he goes right back to the bucket, and Iowa's got the lead.
First 30-something minutes, didn't matter. Keegan Murray came to play when it mattered most. All right, now we got a real gut check for Penn State.
Harrar lost it on the tough pass, somehow got it back. Canada the foul.
That's your heart and soul, Nittany Lions. Ball on the ground, big man don't care. You're gonna go pick it up and finish and draw the contact. Look at this. Down low, give me that rock. Ugh. And the roar after. See, the mascot can't roar. He can.
Fist pumps. He does do fist pumps. Harrar missed the free throw. He has tied a career high, though, with 17 points on his 6th double-double of the season.
Look at the bounce in Keegan Murray's step right now.
Ulis around the curl. And Harris whistled for the foul away from the ball.
He just folded Rock. Did you see that?
For the second time tonight, too. Now, that is his second, the 8th on Penn State, so it is still just a 1-and-1 for the Hawkeyes. And Rebraca is not a good free throw shooter, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. He earns his bonus. Hit them both.
All right, let's see who's going to make a play for Penn State now. Harrar's got 17, Seth Lundy's got 14, Greg Lee, impressive 13.
Right, and Lundy's 14. Remember, 12 of those came in the first half, so as quiet as Murray was in the first half, Lundy as equally quiet in the second half. Deep in the clock again for Sessom, steps through. Harrar with a 2-on-1 play. No, offensive board, ripped out of there. Lundy can't chase it down, he draws the foul. Ulis will go back the other way for a 1-and-1 on the 3rd foul called on Seth Lundy.
Yeah, I mentioned Greg Lee. Now he's coming in.
Number 5, Greg Lee in the game.
He's played really well. 6 of 7 from the field, 6 boards.
And number 4, Aaron Lewis is that
Very efficient game for Greg Lee.
Well, and he gives you a more versatile offensive set, too. That's the other part. And remember, as this gets into a free throw shooting contest here, Iowa is the best free throw shooting team in the conference and one of the top 25 free throw shooting teams in the nation.
Yeah, if it's straight free throws, it's over. Iowa wins.
And right on cue, he rolled it out.
Right.
Three-point Iowa lead here at State College. We will get you to Iowa City as soon as we are done here for the Hawkeyes and the Buckeyes. Lundy doesn't want to be done. Second three of the night, tied again.
Seth Lundy coming off that curl. Shot ready. Burying that one down.
Penn State has not hit a ton of threes tonight, just 5 of 24 from beyond the arc. That's certainly timely. Different story for the Hawkeyes. 10 made triples. They're trying to find Murray, but Lundy was fronting. McCaffrey double clutched and earns a trip to the line.
I tell you, Patrick McCaffrey really blossomed this season. I go back to that block he had at Virginia. And the sense, you know, here he's hunting his shot, but it was that drive earlier in regulation that was so critical. He saw the opportunity and he took it.
Well, and your point, they were looking for a three-point shot.
Yes.
The lane opened up, and he's like, hey, I got 13 seconds. I'm going to go get that easy two-pointer. And they missed a second straight free throw.
After we've lauded them with praise in their free throw shooting ability.
So they'll go defense for offense. Tony Perkins checks back in for Jordan Bohannon.
in mind the last time these two faced, 68-51 victory by Iowa on January 22nd. Less than 2 weeks ago.
Penn State has led for the majority of this game, more than 28 minutes. On a night that we have had 10 ties and 10 lead changes. Sessoms, again, off the glass, and Lee was fouled. Sometimes you wonder, too, as he's just doing all these scoop shots, you wonder if that's intentional because he knows that somebody's on the other side of the glass.
Well, Greg Lee, look at it, seals his, that Perkins seals him out, stays with the play, gets the foul. Lee 1 of 1 so far this evening.
Bohannon back in, John Harrar getting set to check back in.
I feel like he's going to need an ice bath later tonight. Just seems beat down. Greg Lee Fan Club. I'm a member.
Hit them both. Well, the founder of it is sitting right behind you. So I don't think it's going to be difficult for you to get that. Do you think it's written admission?
I don't know.
They found Murray. Open for 3. Back out to Murray. Takes it right at Dredd, and Iowa back in front.
Cannot give Keegan Murray multiple chances to score in the same possession.
Well, he looked frustrated all night long. And as you pointed out, passive. But when they needed him to get going, when they needed him to come up with the biggest plays, he has certainly done that, including the tip in to send us to overtime. Harrar rolls, and he's fouled. That is number 4 on Keegan Murray. And it looked like he got hit in the face, too, by Harrar.
You know, that's the beauty of the Big Ten. When you think about, here's the play right here where Harrar drawing the contact on Murray. Murray's got to be aggressive here. But think about in this league, Jason. Johnny Davis, when he struggled, comes up late in their win yesterday.
Yep.
I mentioned Ron Harper Jr. the other night. We've seen this.
Harrar hits them both. Clutch free throws. New career high for John Harrar. 19 points. And to your point again, he's taken back off on the defensive end. Ulis, a beautiful drive, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, he just got.
Early Ohio State lead on Iowa there in Iowa City. They've already hit the under 5 of the opening quarter. Impressive start there for the Buckeyes. And again, we will take you to Jason Ross Jr. and Christy Winter-Scott as soon as we are done. Ulis hits them both. And the Hawkeyes, as we seesaw back and forth, back up by 1.
Greg Lee in now. Or stayed in.
Pickett has had a quiet night. He just has 8 points on 3 of 12 shooting. This is his time to shine. It's Sessoms with the ball. Again, blocked by McCaffrey.
I was just going to say that Sessoms was giving up a lot of height to McCaffrey. And we know McCaffrey is a really good defender.
Andy, Iowa's largest lead tonight, 4. An opportunity to equal that with a triple and make it a 2-possession game. McCaffrey wants it in the corner. On the drive, Sessoms knocked it away. Ulis, tough shot, no. Pickett the rebound. Not once on that possession did Keegan Murray touch the basketball.
Doesn't make sense. Players got to know to get him the ball, at least a touch.
Pickett working on Bohannon. Goes to his right arm, no. Lee tries to save it in bounds and does, and they got to give a foul. But they don't want to foul Jordan Bohannon. They get it out of his hands, and they do foul Ulis.
We'll give him something.
And he hits them both.
Oh, if I can get to the rim, I'm getting to the rim.
So we'll see if they can get there. And they'll get to the front court and they'll use their final timeout. No timeouts left, gotta get it in. They get it switched off. Murray now the defensive effort. To Dredd. Over Murray. Hits the three! Tough look, got it to go! Ulis up the floor. Into the lane, inside of 5 seconds. It's Chris Murray, has to shoot. It's short, and we're going to double overtime. Yet here we are in double overtime. Now as we play an extra 5 minutes, something to keep an eye on. Bracha with the first points of double OT. Keegan Murray has 4 fouls, and Chris Murray has 4 fouls.
It wasn't as much a factor in those final couple seconds, but now it is.
Meanwhile, for Penn State, Seth Lundy has playing with 4 fouls. A lot of dribbling. Works out well. Opportunity to take the lead for Jalen Pickett.
Look at spin, spin, and finish. Hello, Jalen. So I was constructively critical of that previous possession when I thought he over-penetrated a little there. Forced it. This time,
Gregley this time not coming in for John Harrar. He came in for Seth Lundy, who again has those 4 fouls. And Penn State retakes the lead.
So this will be interesting. I like the Lee-Harrar tandem now. And we're switching a little defense up right now. Okay, Ulis just took that within, what, 5 seconds of the possession? Keegan Murray.
Didn't even have a chance to get set.
You mocked me when I said 89-86.
Yeah, not that far.
We are getting close.
Pickett got handed in the air and hit it anyway. All 5 points in double OT for Pickett.
They were literally laughing at me when I made that joke before the game.
There's Murray for an open 3. The ball back in the hands of Pickett, who, you know, you come into this game, Penn State's leading scorer is Jalen Pickett. Iowa's leading scorer, Keegan Murray. The 2 of them in the first half, Andy, combined for 0. Combined. Pickett's got 13 after halftime. Harrar used his off arm, and that's an offensive foul. No question about that one, that's his 3rd. And he didn't need it either.
Yep. Watch this. Left hand. Here's Pickett on the possession before. Drawing almost some contact, burying that mid-range shot.
With 16 tonight. Ulis flew in for an offensive board and draws the Penn State foul. It is on Sessoms.
I'll tell you, Ulis is 0 for 6, but he's 5 for 6 from the free throw line. So he has made things happen for Iowa. Look, he is chasing that weak side rebound. But Sessoms didn't even see him coming.
Well, he's doing the other things too really well. He has a new career high. Ulis with 5 rebounds. He also has 4 assists tonight and 0 turnovers. Hits them both. Hits them both. Back to a 1-point Penn State game. And again, Iowa, Chris Murray is on the bench with those 4 fouls, has not played here in the double OT. And Lundy threw it away.
That's about as animated as I've seen Micah Shrewsbury. He was incredibly frustrated when he received the pass. Look at that. He knows this is within reach. Do not have unforced errors.
Number 5, Greg Lee. Replacing John Harrar.
You know what's great? Micah Shrewsbury has created an identity with this program. He's been a winner wherever he's been. Celtics, Butler, Purdue. Finally gets the opportunity.
Well, they've had some big moments this year too. When they came out of that COVID pause in this building, they beat Indiana.
Beat him bad.
And after not playing for nearly 3 weeks. And that started a really good stretch. McCaffrey. Again, some tough offensive possessions here in the second OT. Nittany Lions content to take some time off this clock. Inside of 10 already on the shot clock.
Save some energy too. You can tell these guys are getting winded.
Sessoms high off the glass and in! His release so fast over the outstretched arms.
He sensed Murray coming right in on him.
McCaffrey got an open look. Lee flying in, rebound Penn State.
Look, I know McCaffrey's hit that before, but I don't think Keegan Murray needs to be a decoy right now.
Well, every time Sam Sessoms takes a shot, it feels like it's tougher than the one before. And he has hit some clutch baskets down the stretch. 5 on the shot clock. An open 3. Rattles out. Huge miss for Miles Dredd, who sent this game to double overtime. Murray on the baseline. Chris Murray the rebound. Bohannon for 3. And Murray is fouled. He would not take no on that rebound.
Look, Iowa has the right guys taking shots. Those are all decent looks. Here's Sessoms. High off the glass. He's got both Murray brothers coming at him.
Splits the pair. Iowa got the first lead in double overtime. Jalen Pickett scored the next 5, and Penn State has held the lead here for most of the double OT. Pickett gets the switch. Trying to drive on McCaffrey. Steps back. Tough 3. Long rebound. And it's Iowa basketball, and the shot clock turned off.
No, they're going to go for their best look.
Bohannon streak into the basket, doesn't get the ball. Murray around a screen. Look for 3. Dredd the rebound. You have to foul.
Obviously led to some inconsistencies, but he's stepping up huge tonight.
And he puts Penn State up 2 possessions. Iowa's got to go fast. Ulis pulls up elbow jumper. No. Lee the rebound. Murray the foul. And Penn State gonna walk it to the other end. Iowa does have a timeout.
So I said, hey, why not?
88-83. Murray, tough 3. Hits with 1.3 on the clock. We're not done yet, and Iowa's got 86. So Dredd to inbounds to Pickett. They don't throw it long. They get it to Dredd, and he is fouled. Now that is on Chris Murray, and so he is fouled out of this ball game. Now, the only thing about it, and to your point about long 3s, if you throw it long, and you put 2 or 3 guys just to make sure someone taps it, you're probably going to end the 1.3 seconds.
Right.
If Miles Dredd misses one of these 2, yes, it's a prayer, but Iowa's got a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Chris Murray has fouled out of this basketball game. I'm not sure why he is still on the floor, and I'm not sure why nobody knows it. Now, they have just changed the scoreboard again. Both the official scoreboard, but Chris Murray in the official stats is listed with 5 fouls, but he is still on the floor, and it doesn't matter. Dredd hits both free throws. 4-point game, 1 second.
What a win for Penn State.
Last heave, no good. In double overtime, Penn State knocks off Iowa 90-86.